Today I'll be playing Pokemon, but it's the good one. Or so people tell me, as I've never, played it. As a cultured little boy myself, I was too busy playing the much more unknown sorta hidden gem called, Call of Duty. I know, you probably never heard of it. I really like the part where you beat the communists, and then 8 minutes later, be the communists. Because the real game is confronting the communism inside all of us. It's just beautiful. I've never played Pokemon Black and White, but I'm gonna guess it doesn't have quite as strong a message. I don't see Professor Woman doing a 360 no-scope off Rust. She just ain't ballin' like that. You know what? But I've had just about enough of people telling me that this is the best Pokemon game ever, or the much more modest, last good Pokemon game ever. I mean, like, come on. Like, Pokemon Breath of the Wild isn't standing right there? Isn't he in the room with us right now? Even though most of you probably formed this opinion well before forming the rest of your frontal cortex, I'm willing to put everything aside and say, hey, if this game really is as good as you guys say it is, I'm gonna play it. But with only shiny Pokemon. Nothing like ruining your first experience with a game running in the grass for a few days. Just like this fun game that my father used to play with me as a child, called a really far car ride into a farm far, far away, and having to find my way all the way back home. Sometimes I even got the bonus mission, where Mr. Officer would give me a boost home. And that game didn't ruin my experience growing up at all. Just like shiny Pokemon. This is a journey of imagination, attrition, to see if I ruined my childhood killing Nazi zombies instead of ending racism in the Pokemon world. I'll be playing through Pokemon Black because, well, of course, I don't discriminate. It has nothing to do with the, white and legendary, of course. They really done pulled a silly goose moment on us there. What are you waiting for? You guys say this is the best one? I want to see what it got. Would you really be surprised if I told you these games didn't start off with a preteen in their room, finally old enough to travel the world on a Pokemon adventure? I mean, come on, this isn't empirical science. Does Mario have to save the princess in like 99% of his games? Of course he does. It's about the adventure and the friends that we're forced to make along the way. I mean, it's not like you can unfriend people in these games. Hell, if you refuse to take some grown man's phone number, you're basically guilty of war crimes. In this variation of the Pokemon formula, you don't even have to leave your own comfort of your room to pick your starter Pokemon. Unfortunately, this is where I encounter a personal problem numero uno with these games. The starter designs. Yeah, not quite up to my standards personally. I mean, okay, I'm sorry, but come on. Starter Pokemon almost in every other game, before and after this, are just so cool and unique. You never even want to take them off your team. But these ones? Oh, I'm okay. I'll go catch a rat, anything in the grass but this. Interestingly enough, these starters are also the same ones used for Pokemon Black and White too. So how about we work a deal here? All soft reset for one of these, and that shiny only, if you guys can rack up 2,785 likes. Sound like a plan? Because I'm not gonna lie, I went in the grass, I hunted right away, and as quick as I could. If I had to pick, honestly, I don't even know. I really did like the pig, but then I saw what it grows up to be, and it's just f***ed up. I mean, the water samurai is really cool, and the grass starter loses its legs. So I don't know, it's a 50-50 toss-up between those two. I'm not loyal to either cause here. How about you guys hit the like goal, and I'll hunt the most requested one in the comments, even if it's the pig. After getting the boring story shenanigans out of the way, I had to go to the first available route and start hunting in the grass for quite a while here. Until we find our first shiny, the secret starter of Gen 5, a Yorkshire Terrier. In this world, it's called a Lillipup, and honestly, it's a lot cuter than what they're based on here. Small misinformation warning here, as I started this journey 6 months ago. Yeah, this little pup took a whopping 15 hours and 57 minutes of our time. What do you think? Was it worth it? Be honest. Would you hunt this? Well, I can't think of anything better to do with my life. Right after this, I slowly started to realize, wait, these Pokemon game stories kinda slaps. And boy, did I have no idea what exactly I was getting myself into. We're quickly introduced to this game's criminal organization. Like the Team Rocket of these games, that basically every mainline Pokemon game has. In Gen 5 is no different, with Team Plasma, whose entire goal is to separate families the hard way by making Pokemon and humans no longer companions. See, that's the thing with Pokemon Plasma, though. They really do have a point here, and that's the genius of Team Plasma. I mean, the whole capturing wildlife to fight wildlife really makes the whole Pokemon world just one big cockfighting arena. And don't even get me started on breeding them. I mean, not that I haven't done it, thousands upon thousands of times. You gotta do what you gotta do to get that sparkle. Team Plasma want Pokemon and humans to be more equal. I mean, and honestly, it's not too hard to believe here when some of them are just downright categorized as human-like Pokemon anyways. That's the egg group. What's the egg group? Oh, well, that's just the system to find out what Pokemon can breed together. Human-like? Breeding. What? Shortly after hearing the Team Plasma recruitment speech, we were approached by a trainer called N. Yeah, one letter. Who is this guy? Thinks he can have one letter in his name? At least I have the courtesy to add a number. Come on, you pretentious much? This N guy is really the coolest trainer ever. He's got long, flowing green hair and can sense how my Pokemon feel. As an empath myself, I can sort of sense why someone might be upset about the pocket monster racism in this world. And then battles us to see how our Pokemon feels by trying to kill it. Explaining his true goal is to become Pokemon champion and questions our morality of whether or not we should complete the Pokedex, since that would entail, enslaving a lot of Pokemonster creatures. I mean, come on, it's just what they do right there on the box. What do you want me to do here? Not listen to the corporations? That's just crazy. Not so long after this, we finally make it to our first town with an actual gym. That is some sort of game show or a quiz. But the gym leaders are our butlers. Who made this gym and why? Interestingly, you can choose what gym leader it is you want to battle with. Each one of them having an elemental monkey matching their hair color. I chose to go against the green guy since he seems to be the main one. I'm pretty sure he's prominent among the anime, maybe? I don't know, he just looks way more familiar than the others, and he's standing up front. It's funny, he even opens up with a Lillipup only one level lower than us, and we're able to take it out and his grass monkey with just the Doge. He then serves us up our first gym badge, and a very good excuse to go for more shiny creatures. So come to the fields! First, we gotta save this Muna Pokemon that Team Plasma are trying to capture to control people's dreams. Or something like that. I don't know. Do I look like a man that can read? Finally, the fields, where we can find such majestic creatures such as electric zebra, a chipmunk, a cat, more dogs, and a pigeon. What is this ecosystem that we're hunting Pokemon in? The New York Zoo? Or is this just the ingredients found on the McDonald's menu? Oh my god. Are we? We couldn't be, right? Are we in America? New York, America? Oh, no. Okay, close call. Before Casey Neistat moved here, all right, we're safe. Like a true New Yorker, I gotta capture a pigeon. I mean, it's almost like a requirement. I think at least. According to the one Home Alone movie where Kevin McAllister met Donald Trump and all those Spider-Man missions in those games, thankfully we can encounter two Pokemon at once. And lo and behold, that's the shiny bird. Hard to tell and quite uninspiring. But come on, it matches the rest of Gen 5 Pokemon designs, am I right? Listen, I don't know the exact details of the matter. Since the last Pokemon hunt, it's been 6 hours, including all the story in between. And I gotta say, I think I got pretty lucky there. With our pigeon and dog in hand that sparkle in our possession, trapped inside their spherical prisons, only to be released on the site of their next battle, we encounter our buddy old pal, Mr. N. Who can I say, has the best human dialect ever. I mean, just look at this open line here. I want to see things that no one can see. Well, that's an interesting way to start a conversation. Well, that's nice. Why are you telling me this? You think I can help you with that? What would I have that no one else can see? Oh my god, you sick f***. Oh, the ideals of Pokemon in their Pokeballs. Of course. I don't know how I forgot that. Do I feel the same? Yeah, obviously. I wouldn't think otherwise, right? Well, please just don't murder me, Mr. Serial Killer Man. Our buddy Jaden Smith over here sparkles and beats up every one of his Pokemon. Didn't even need help from his famous dad. What encounter with Jaden Smith? And is already talking about how he needs help from a legendary. My brother, you need to worry about the political and economic state of the Pokemon world, not a dragon. Speaking of dragons, is that Is that a dead one right there? Right here. What the fuck? Why is this here? These things still exist. After a little Sherlock Holmes investigation in the gym, aka the library, we uncover the secret path to the gym leader. Lenora here is like me. For real. No cap, son. We really are just two peas in the same pod. If the pod was using basic normal types. Yeah, this motherfucker stole my whole flow, bar for bar. I mean, other than her watchdog, of course. Yeah, I never really wanted that thing. In fact, I have a restraining order against it. It can't even legally be within 300 feet of me. So this is definitely breaking some sort of parole. You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's fine, because that means I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it? Okay, well, yeah, it was only the second gym. I really gotta go a little faster here. I'm an illegal citizen here in the United States. Strangely, the border on my side was a lot easier to hop. Got something to say for yourself, United States of America? I mean, your bro couldn't even build the greatest wall, despite being in Home Alone 2. On our adventure through the United States, we perform a rescue mission, have our pets become bigger and badder pit bulls and Canadian geese, and make our way to the bridge. Team Plasma are running a goddamn muck in New York City, and they chose to run their criminal activities right across the street from the gym. Every time we try to dox them, it just shows our own address. Bro might accidentally get caught because the Amazon guy delivers to the wrong side of the street. I really do love when my Pokemon games are just Zelda. Luckily, the entire gym is weak to the powers that be Jaden Smith, our shiny green bird now, making this relatively easy. Did find it a little unfair that he heals up, a little too often, especially for an elected official of a gym leader. I mean, me personally, I would never stoop to such lows. I really choosed the high road. I would never be caught healing like that. Now that we are badged up and bug squashed, it's time to hit the set of Dune 2. I had sand just about everywhere, and not once did I see a $35 million animatronic worm. Hunted this shiny son of a bitch for 6 hours straight. 4 hours gay. Oh wow, look. I found it. It's the sickly crocodile. To be fair, it is the coolest thing that we've seen so far. So I better capture it quick, so I can name it after the Sand Princess herself. Zendaya. Wow, all that time in the sun really got me feeling thirsty. You know what? I better hit the electric gym. I heard that they were giving out free toasters at the bottom of every swimming pool here. Oh, dang, I can't do that yet. Almost forgot. I have to go on a date first with my boy N. Yep, that's right. My boy N hits me with the golden saucer cutscene when he reveals to us that he's actually the leader of Team Plasma, and he is their destined hero to save the land of the Unova region and summon Zekrom to separate Pokemon and trainers. You see, N really doesn't consider himself to be much of a human. My man really out here identifying as a furry. He speaks to the Pokemon. He understands the Pokemon. But he is mildly interested in us? Yeah, well, he mostly wonders why Pokemon even like us. Yeah, at this point, I can confirm this is at least the fourth weirdest date I've had at Disneyland. After the ride on the Ferris wheel and I've shared our feelings, Team Plasma show up and we're forced to battle N, so they don't think anything sus is going on here. If I want them to think if anything weird happened on our date. Wow, you gotta give me a second here. I'm really confused. I just have a lot to think about now. But also, I do really want a free toaster at the electric gym, so why don't we go for a swim? Wait a second, this electric gym only has more Disneyland rides. In lies. This truly is Orlando, Florida. I knew it. Zendaya has the absolute ability that basically makes her extremely overpowered quick for every knockout that she is able to obtain in battle, giving her a moxie boost, making her not only type effective against this gym, but also extremely OP. By the time the gym leader has her Zebstrika out, it's already over. The gym leader never stood a chance. She even evolved after this, and we get to keep her ability. I can't see this being an overpowered Pokemon at all. Well, that is until he made it to the McDonald's back rooms. The deep freezer. Everyone knows ground types are weak to frost. Come on. You knew that. I totally didn't think it was the other way around. Jackie and Jaden Smith reached their final forms of giant dog and a turkey. That's okay. Get all your laughs out. But at least my turkey gets a cool Ninja Turtles mask, okay? And it's even my favorite Ninja Turtles color. What more can a man ask for? Strangely enough, the next gym actually happens to be ground type. After we travel to mine shafts and crafts to battle a ground cowboy. Is that the Chaos Emeralds? Damn, dude, way to show off. You can trade the villagers some of that stuff or what? You seen a really cool thing about ground types? Is they're actually weak against, get this, ground types. Which I'm very glad to hear because I'm actually something of a ground type myself. Yep, just happens to be one of the very small varieties of typings that I can actually cover up to this point. I really thought Zendaya's Moxie Boost was going to be more than enough to beat this battle. But oh no, I guess one slash is enough to kill a croc. And even though my fat dog should have killed his drill mole, not once but twice. He just keeps healing it up. Like, come on! But on my second attempt, his extra drill doesn't even reach low enough HP for the computer to heal it once, meaning Jackie can double-edge us to the victory. On our long and tedious adventures of the United States of America, we end up in this very overcomplicated cave, filled with criminals, plot, and other important characters that I refuse to mention. Can't forget the floating electrical rock Zelda puzzles, and our boyfriend's here. Well, actually, I'm not too sure. You see, I'm still undecided. I wasn't really expecting a dating sim to be in my Pokemon game. Outside the cave, we're introduced to another city with another gym. But we can't challenge the gym leader here, because there is a sick Pokemon who needs to be taken care of. Okay, I know this is a reboot of the franchise and all, but that doesn't mean you have to reuse an entire story segment from other games. Oh, sorry, this one, not a lighthouse. Granted, this one is a bell tower. Oh, how could I have been so quick to judge? Oh, also it's on top of the Pokemon Cemetery? No way, the one that is haunted? But all these dead pets really got me thinking. I want a dead pet, but a shiny one. And I don't really feel like killing mine. I haven't quite reached that level of hunger yet. But maybe if I toss myself up and down these spiral stair set, I can become a shiny ghost. Or, who knows, one will show up first. Well, sometimes things don't work out the way you want it to, as I lived the entire fall up and down 110 flights of stairs. Didn't even get a shiny ghost either, because I got a shiny alien. God damn it! This alien sounds like every 2010's comedy movie, and exactly like the live action Moomba. They for real got the airport as a gym in New York. Yeah, I fought the gym, but I'm gonna be real with you, champ. It wasn't much of a fight. It was sort of a breeze. I was soaring and snoring my way through this one. N is waiting outside the airport for us to have a conversation with our Pokemon. Because Pokemon never lie, according to him. I can't even make this shit up. That's nice. The alien I caught 40 minutes ago is already doxing us. Whoa. Slow down there, Seth Rogen, the alien. I know we met 40 minutes ago, but can you just not dox where me and my mother live? To a stranger? Making our way through the ice puzzle spins and battles, collecting yet another badge of little importance and difficulty, the story really starts getting good, because N and Team Plasma have erected Dragon Spiral Tower. Oh, come on, Strength TM? Really? I haven't even had to use that thing till this point. I don't have that. Well, I guess so. Head back and find out where the hell that thing was. Alright, now I got the Strength HM. I'm ready to climb Spiral Mountain. This place must have every single Team Plasma member in here. Are you kidding me? Finally, the top. It's N, accompanied by a dramatic cutscene where he was awakening Red Eyes Black Dragon. Oh, come on, dude. What's that thing gonna do? Is it fence points? Just downright terrible. Before he flies off into the sunset, he tells us he headed for the Elite Four to become champion, and that we stand no chance to defeat him unless we become a legendary hero and awaken our own dragon. You don't say. You mean like the one on the box? Wow, I never could have saw that coming. After seeing a beast so majestic and powerful, I need to hunt me a new shiny Pokemon. Come on, let's get to it. I can't wait. I can't wait, he said. After exploring multiple routes and getting nothing, we are led to an ancient underground area in the desert in hopes to find the white orb that can awaken our legendary dragon. I found something even more interesting than the white dragon. Yep, because what's better than a ghost of a pharaoh? I mean, that's the strongest, Yu-Gi-Oh! That's the hunt right there. That's young Timothy over here. Yep, not to be confused by the spelling. With his girl Zendaya and Seth Rogen finally evolved, we hit the 8th and final gym, the Dragon Gym. This game just really likes dragons. Like me when I was at the age of 6 to 46. I mean, come on, let's be real. Dragons never get old. In this gym, we get to travel Snake Way. The gym leader varies on what version of the game you're playing, which admittedly is a pretty cool touch. But then again, they do gotta justify people buying both versions somehow. Just to show you guys how strong we truly are getting, we one-shot his Fracture with a single strength from Jackie, and Zendaya 2 shots his Drudgegon, giving her a Moxie boost to one-hit KO with no crit his Haxorus, which may I say, I know it was on screen for less than a few seconds here, but it's really gotta be the coolest Gen 5 Pokemon. I know, I'm basic, but dragons, man. After this battle, I knew it would be time to find the last and best shiny Pokemon that we could capture before challenging the Elite Four and ultimately end in his ferocious dragon with deadly attack. I thought long and hard about what Pokemon could rival a legendary. I mean, our box art legendary is Shiny Lock. I can't use that. I'm not even sure if we're gonna get that before the final battle. Oh my god, I got it. The roaming legendaries. That's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect for me to run away from. What? What do you think I want a Combalion? I need something bigger, badder, and way better looking when it shines, baby! Goddamn Terrakion. In the flesh. But you know what the best part is? He's right here in front of the Elite Four. We capture this thing, we challenge them right away. So I save right in front and get ready for a reset of a lifetime. For, well, you know, just over 2,000 resets. Just almost 3,000. Before we get it in all of its green and red glory. Now that's how you make a shiny worth it. Luckily, we have a Master Ball this far into the journey, so this is a guaranteed capture, leaving us only one thing left to do. And become champion, and stop Team Plasma's plan to make being a legal pet owner illegal. Yeah, this is basically their plan. I started with the Ghost Room, and we got carried up by spirits up this game's 8th Spiral Spare set to face this one-eyed monster in battle. Oh, wait, scratch that. Sorry. I guess she has eyes. You know, those false alarm. That's the problem with the graphics, you know. She opens up with Kofagrigus, so we copy her and show her why shiny Pokemon are much better than their non-shiny variants. Until we get hit by her Pringles mascot, Ghost Jellyfish. But Jade Smith is a normal type, so we are safe on swapping, and almost KO with the Fly. But of course, though, in true video game fashion, it's healed up, so 2 more Flies are needed to take it out. I'm not sure why at the time I didn't just use Zendaya to take out the entire team and get max Moxie boost, but I guess I wanted Chantel here to have a chance. Dracula? Is this the final level of Castlevania? No, it's even weirder because I thought I went into the Psychic Room. So, this was a scare. Eventually, Chris Tucker was able to Sacred Sword his entire team once I figured out the mistake I made here. Now I go into the Psychic Leaders, whose room is literally a room, like a bedroom, in a Mario galaxy far, far away. Oh, well, whatever. We take out fake Princess Peach over here with Zendaya. That was as simple as clicking A few times. Only leaving the final Elite Four member, the master of fighting types. Would have never guessed it from this room setup. There's a literal haunted mansion, Dracula's lair, and a fucking galaxy in the stars. And this is what you choose for your setup? You know what? Why do I even care? Clearly you don't. It's now time for the final battle. Maybe? Yeah, I'm not too sure if the red-haired champion that's been appearing throughout the game, that I've never mentioned once in this video so far, is going to be the battle before end. But usually it's just 4 and the champion, so probably not. In fact, there he is. What is this location? Why is it underneath the Elite Four? What kind of powers does this green-haired kid have? I mean, 1 second he's giving us a speech about freeing all the Pokemon, and then the next, he's rising ancient cathedrals out of the earth. I mean, to give a man a black dragon, and this is what he becomes? This green-haired goblin actually has the audacity to even call us out for not being the hero and summoning Reshiram. Sorry, the box art legendary, for those of you that didn't know. Saying he really thought that we were special, and our battles meant something more. I think he's breaking up with me here. After insulting us a little more, this edgelord calls his legendary dragon, just like that, breaking through the wall, in full anime cutscene. He may have been right. This might have been the coolest Pokemon game ever. I'm sold. Now, you remember that steel white ball I mentioned for maybe 10 seconds? Well, it turns out it's actually the legendary orb that can summon Reshiram, and upon seeing Zekrom, the orb actually just becomes Reshiram. Like what? With not 1, but 2 anime cutscenes. Oh, you said Blue Eyes White Dragon? The ultimate wizard? In terms of attack and defense? Oh, now Ed thinks we're cool again. Nuh-uh. It's too late. You can't have me back, sister. Asking me to capture this dragon and then battle you with all my heart? And you know what? This dragon can't even be shiny. You dare insult me like that? You think I'd capture this piece of shit? I captured it. 1 Ultra Ball throw. I'm not gonna use this thing. I'm not gonna give you that satisfaction. I already have the one and only legendary that I need. And you know what? I don't even need you. Anymore. We start the battle with Zekrom, the legendary beast, versus Zendaya, with the Battle of the Z's. And sets up light screen while Zendaya digs underground, and does well over half of Zekrom's HP in the next turn, taking a massive Giga Impact. But since we outspeed, we bulldoze his legendary dragon, killing it with Zendaya alone. Really gonna go from your legendary to 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream? Well, let me show you what a real legendary can do. Taking out the cones, and his hidden Zoroark, and almost his turtle, who much he fully healed once, leaving Seth to finish it off. Jackie defeats his strange fossil bird after it took out Seth, leaving only his Clink Clang. Of course, the absolute peak of Pocket Monster designs. Actually, a very annoying Pokemon to take out since our Terrakion is knocked out. But we figure it out and prove N wrong with the power of Jaden Smith.
Zekrom and Reshiram, each of them choosing a different hero. Is that even possible? 2 heroes living at the same time? One that pursues truth, and the other that pursues lies.
Oh, sorry. Upon which they used to rely. I mean, ideals.
Could they both be right?
I don't know. But you know what? It sounds like changing the world relies on us coming together.
If you ask me, Yen Senpai.
Wait, what the f***? Is that your dad? Does he know about us? Oh, never mind. His dad is just disowning him right now. And talking about how he manipulated and used N to do all of his dirty work and brainwashed him into thinking he was saving the world. While really, his dad over here was just going to control the entire world once they separated Pokemon and humans, since he would be the last remaining Pokemon trainer and no one else would be able to stand up to him.
God damn, that's spoken like a true politician, hogging all the good missiles for themselves.
I guess now it's time for the true final battle against the actual leader of Team Plasma, hiding in the shadows. Even more surprising is, my team is magically healed, and this man is next level toxic. No, like, that's really the first move he decided to go for.
Right before we take out his coffin,
Chris Tucker survives with 3 HP to land a second Sacred Sword to take out his Dark Dragon of Demonic Ascent, leaving us on very low HP. Buffalon is able to take us out, leaving it up to Seth. Why did I even bother catching this thing? Oh, the buffalo died too, huh?
Great job, Seth Rogen. You're the best.
Timothy takes down the Seismic Toad with it in a kamikaze blaze, leaving us with only Chacky and Jaden Smith, the Karate Kid duo, the first 2 Pokemon that we ever caught, both of which combined are barely strong enough to take out his Bishard. Both are now in critical condition when he goes into his final Pokemon, the Electros. Yeah, it really seems like it's more than Jova for us here. Until I realize something. It's not about who you start the journey with, it's about who's the best. So I max revive Zendaya and go to hit it with the bulldoze to end the journey once and for all. Only find out I guess this heal levitates. Why? Why? Okay, well, you asked for it. Let's try this again. We use Chris Tucker, whose Sacred Sword and kills the eel, foiling Team Plasma's true evil schemes. That was a lot to take in for N right now. He thought he was the hero, the literal Pokemon champion, only to find out that he's been used, and even worse, be called a freak without a human heart, and that we are told it's useless to even try to befriend someone like him. Until our friend, who I've never mentioned once until this, says that N's dad is the true one without a human heart. They escorted him out of the building right away after that. He was burned that bad. And N says he has something to talk to us about. Their hats so close together that they're literally touching.
You see, it's all about the first time that I met you. I was shocked that, well, your Pokemon even liked you. It said it wanted to be with you. But that's not fair, because I wanted to be with you.
Okay, maybe not that last part.
You said you had a dream. Make that dream come true, buddy. Make your dream a wonderful reality. And the truth, if anyone can do it, it's you. Do it for Martin Luther King. End Pokemon racism.
Wow, it's so beautiful. And it just ends. Just like that. With the big Pokémon Black logo on the screen. Let's make him proud, everyone.
And let everyone know.
It doesn't matter if you're Pokemon White or Pokemon Black. Anyone is free to have pets in the world, as long as they don't make them fight.
Damn, now that was a good game.
You guys weren't kidding. These games hit hard, and I'm pretty sure lives were changed by this message. Whatever it was. What? I mean, let's not forget, I don't know how to read. You know, it's just too bad the Pokemon designs are just so weak in this generation.
But this was a pretty damn good game, and I can't wait for Pokemon Black 2 for my final Pokemon Shiny only video ever.
Like, for real this time. I know I said this 2 years ago, but this one's for reals. There's not even any games left.
So make sure to slap like, subscribe, and as always, I've been R9, and I hope you had yourselves a damn good time.